Everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. This one's something a little different. I'm gonna call it a health check. Whether it's physical or mental, you decide. And it's about us and the game. Well, the game and us. Let's put it in that order. I've done some of these videos recently. I've gotten some messages, some questions about things. And I was like, you know what? Let's just do something along these lines and talk about where some things are at, just to make sure everybody's sort of aware and also aware of where I'm at with some of these issues as well. Specifically, some people are like, hey, why aren't you paying attention to this? And just because I don't do a video on something does not mean I'm not talking to somebody about it. Okay, so it might not mean anything, but, or maybe I am, or maybe I'm not, or how many knots have we said now? Are we following? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about some of this stuff. General health checks, also check in with the badges from the invasion. I've gotten a feel a little bit more for that, trying to decide. Had a great conversation with Callista last night. She's a very good mind in games in general, and she had some good thoughts and stuff, so I'll see if I can remember to touch on those as well. All right, if you're new to the channel, check out the Discord link, all that stuff. Subscribe, notification, hammer down like buttons. Let's get to it.
Bring me WolverThor!
So before I forget the Callista conversation, special badges. So after I did my video, you know, I actually got some built up a little bit. You can see this is my PvE build. This is my PvP build. And 3 is really kind of nothing right now because I don't really use it for anything. There's one badge there just because I haven't changed it. So you'll notice I don't have any of those Magneto badges on there. However, I do have Magneto badges now. I have more of them. You can see. So part of my concern, like I mentioned, core. These are all 6, right? 6, 6, 6, 6. Here's another 6. Is that all I got? Yeah, I think so. So, you know, there's plenty of badges I've got there. I do think I went a little bit wide. Maybe I should have focused one if I got one I really liked. But you can see each one of these. That one's decent. But you know what I like is defense pierce for PvP. Crit rate in general doesn't have anything on it, right? Accuracy's nice for PvP, but crit damage is okay. But I also need that defense pierce too. Now maybe I can get it with the cores, maybe not. Anyway, so I'm not gonna spew all of that again, but all of these like have some core issue. The stats are pretty decent. You know, that 5, and actually let's look at it. Let's do it a little bit easier here. Like for instance, all right, so this 1, so my Magneto badge, we can look at side by side. All right, well, I mean, with the way I've min-maxed, my power is basically, I've got the right stats exactly right. So it's really hard for me to get stuff going unless a lot of different things fall into place. So I need to make sure I get that defense pierce. I can't lose a lot of crit rate. All right, so that's that one. Nothing really else there. At the 2 spot, I made up some crit rate. I like that crit damage way more than guard damage. Attack was kind of like, okay. I don't love that the attack was a flat stat. Everything else was percentage based, but for some reason attack was a flat stat. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of weird. And I got a blue core again. Wah, wah. But I mean, the thing I do like about this is once you get it to 6, the key with these is get it to about 3. If you get a good roll on your cores at 3, I would highly recommend stopping. If you don't, go up to 4. If you get a good one at 4, stop. And then obviously you've only got X amount of chances left to get the final cores, right? So anyway, I'm not using them right now. Maybe I could be, maybe I should, whatever. The Callista conversation. She watched my video and was kind of like, had some different thoughts. It's interesting. So apparently the stat that they have up here is a flat number versus a percent. I don't like that. I still say I don't like that. One of the things she mentioned that maybe these things could continue to last, and I actually really, really liked this thought, was that, I mean, what did these go up to? Like 5, I think 5 or 6 now, whatever it is. The next upgrade of these badges, they're always gonna be Magneto type badges. They'll always be out there. But whenever they upgrade them, you are gonna be able to take them to, let's just say +5 is the cap for argument's sake. Plus, in the next upgrade, it's gonna then go from 6 to 10. And you can bring them up and you need the alloys. And if you notice in the game right now, you can't buy alloys anywhere. You can only grind them. And I have to admit, I like that. because I don't want too many pay to win mechanics in this game, because there's already quite a bit pay to win. I did a video with Half-Cent Shane, if anyone's familiar with him, yesterday, and we shot for like 2 hours going through a bunch of his stuff to try to upgrade. And the amount of stuff that he saved over 6+ months and what we got out of it was insanely disappointing. Insanely disappointing. And I'm just sitting here going, you're free to play? He's like, yeah, 100%. I'm like, holy cow, like, how are you even supposed to compete? So that's a whole nother, whatever, Oprah. So I don't love that, but so to Callista's point, I did like the concept. So now, look, we don't know if they're doing that. This is something I'll call, and maybe this is part of the thumbnail, is special badges suggestion. I don't know. But if they do that, I do warm up to these a little bit more. I do think that maybe they release other ones in the future that, and this is again, shout out to Callista, that are maybe more specific to a certain character. Maybe they have some HP recovery in those special stats within certain ranges. And it's like, okay, those are great. They released the Mordo badges in when the Doctor Strange movie comes out, but they're not necessarily way better than these Magneto badges. They're just different. And as badges, those tiers upgrade, you can go like pick whatever ones work for your character, which makes sense. Pick the ones that work for your character. And then as they upgrade, if they upgrade tiers later, then you can just get them from 6 to 10 or 10 to 11 to 15 and so on and so forth. You keep that badge and you keep building it over time. Now, I will say though, this is a problem that Netmarble's gotten into, is if they change something about the character, that the reason you built that so much and then they balance something that changes it, people are gonna get upset, they're gonna refund, etc. So Netmarble still needs to find a way to alter that. And I've said it a million times, I'll keep saying it to them. Regional specials and then now these special badges, if you do something to a balance, you need to let somebody who's gone that deep into something easily switch to another one. So if I have Magneto badges and they say they come out with Mordo badges and they nerf whatever was happening with the Magneto badge, they should allow me to somehow transition my Magneto badge to a Mordo badge, assuming that there's a stat conversion that they're like, for instance, if there's a Mordo badge that these same stats can convert, right? But the only thing that would be different is the I call it the special ability, but the ability once you go to +1s. They do that, cool. All right. Anyway, that's about the special badges. Fine, hunky dory, whatever. So, mental health of the game, how's it doing? So, over the last week-ish, maybe more, well, look, we've had bugs I'm gonna talk about bugs. We've had bugs a lot. But over the last week or so, there were some, what I'll call game exploiting type bugs. I don't like to cover those. I got a lot of questions on that. Where's your video? Where's your video? Where's your video? I don't like to do videos like that typically. What I like to do with that is I like to talk to the developers, because if I do a video like that, there is the potential for some people who didn't know about the exploit to now know about the exploit, and more people will do it. Versus if I just stay quiet and talk to somebody with the development team and say, hey, you're aware of this? When are you gonna fix it? What are you doing and how quick? And depending on their response, I'll be upfront. If they just blow me off and are like, whatever, we'll get to it when we get to it, yeah, then maybe I'll do a video, because then I want people to know about it and I want people to rage about it and I want people to go to the forums about it. Now, I want people to do that in general, but I don't necessarily want to help in advertising exploits. I don't. There is nothing to gain for me personally. Yeah, great, I can get some views. For anybody who's been following me since I've started this channel, I did the channel for fun. It was a hobby. I had to be convinced to monetize the channel because I was like, why? What's the point? And then I was like, well, I guess even if it's $100 a month or $200 a month, like, yeah, sure, that could help. So I did. But so I'm not necessarily, now look, I'd love to retire off of YouTube and, not work 9 to 5 or whatever, but it's not, I do my job, Anyway, I'm going down a tangent. I don't need to. Point is I'm not here to get views for stuff like that. I want the game to be healthy. And I view, and you certainly can be an argument here, is I view that me doing that video is not going to be helpful until I know the devs are blowing me off. And once I know the devs are blowing me off, maybe I'll do a video. And that's, for anybody who's wondering, the people I talk to, I got good responses. They're aware of stuff. They're trying to work on it. They're just as frustrated with it. That tends to happen. Sometimes I'm not a coder. It's not my realm at all. but it's consistent every single game I've played, and it's just sort of how they do it now. So anyway, I didn't like that that we had those bugs. There were a bunch of exploits. Someone is concerned about some scores in their rankings, and what I told them was, I said, look, don't even think about this week. It's not worth. And it's funny, as one I'm going, I'm like, the ping on this. I have fiber internet. My ping's hopping between 150 and 400 right now. That's sort of crazy. So maybe there's another issue with the servers. I don't know. But I just wanted to share that with you guys about where I'm at with that, some health of the game, that specific topic. Don't get hung up on the rankings from the last week. It sucks. Will I do compensation? I'd be shocked if they did, frankly. Do I want some? Yeah, I'd like some, but I've got some bigger issues that I've got with them right now in game, related to like the rewards that came for questing for those who are new players, and it was a catch-up mechanic. I don't buy that. Whether it's a catch-up mechanic or not, I don't know, but I just thought it was too quick. And because of the giant grind we already have to get stuff, I think every existing player in the game could use whatever they did and it won't break it. And I'll tell you what, the video I just did with Half-Cent Shane proved that even more to me. The amount of stuff it takes for you to get in game to upgrade is insane, especially given what's coming up with squad battles. People are, I'm calling it right now. If this squad battle stuff comes in too quick and the rewards are too good, people will A, quit, or B, not even try it. They won't even try it. My Widow is not even like, again, I've got a fair amount of gear I could look at, but my Widow, you can see I got a couple nanos, only one nano in on Midgardia here. Like, and I spent an okay amount, not a ton, but an okay amount. I started looking to some Rise of the East stuff. That's so expensive, honestly. I don't know if I want to do it. Yeah, this ping really is crazy. So, I did build up a couple Rise of the East that maybe I could have used to get a couple more nanos or something. I just wanted to see sort of where these things would land stat-wise, and it's like, but these boots are fantastic. So if I can get other stuff built up, then maybe I do that. Again, maybe I'm going wide. I don't know. But, point of this is that the amount of gear that they give us is not enough. All the 1-star boxes in here, they should get rid of everything 1-star. Everything. There should not be any 1-star boxes in the game. Everything should be 2 and up. Especially with squad. And now if they didn't have squad battles, maybe I back off on that. Maybe. But with that coming, so anyway, my point is that I've got several top issues that I'm talking to them about. That being one of them, the changes in rewards first time through. Also with stuff like I just mentioned with that gear stuff. Where am I personally at with the game? I still enjoy it, though. Looking at what's happening right now, if I was playing this, I'd be going out of my mind. I don't know why the ping's so high. I might have to do a hard restart. I took a little bit of a break with Dark Zone, just going in and get some cards, just because I personally would like, as much as I love Dark Zone, it's part of my favorite part of the game. The hour of it a night, only if we get some PvP action is it fun to me, and that's not always guaranteed. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. The rewards from that, I'm like, this is 7 hours a week, and well, that's just gameplay plus a little bit before, a little bit after. And for the rewards you get for that. Anyway, so I'm just taking an approach that's sort of like, I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to build my character. I'm not going to stress about literally anything. That I'm just going to get what I get, and I'm going to slow build some stuff up. If there's a good offer I see, and I'll keep doing offer reviews, I'll buy that offer. But I am not going to go crazy. Like, I don't even think I bought this Invasion one. I'll probably end up buying this one at some point. I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong one. The Omega Season Pass. There's some okay tickets and stuff down here. There's some seals. Seals can be a little bit of a bottleneck, but nowhere near. And then you can get a Magneto +1 selection box. So, and I think that's like $8? Yeah, $9. So I'll probably buy that for $9. But a lot of the other offers, I'll do offer review stuff, later when it makes sense. I did one earlier with this patch. So that's sort of where I'm at. I'm going to have fun with my friends in game. I'm going to compete with our competitors, stuff like that. And, I'm going to continue to talk to the devs of stuff behind the scenes. And when I think it makes sense to do a video on it, I'll do that as well. I do want anybody who does watch me and wonder about stuff like that, I guess you're just gonna have to trust me that I do that, or not trust me. It's either way is fine. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but that's where I'm at. That's the certain health I've got of the game. I'm still bullish on the game, but again, I'm not expecting anything amazing in the next 3 to 6 months. I mean, shoot, I still got my Doctor Strange friends who are not super happy with the change, and they were not happy with some of the things that Netmarble and company said during that live stream. They still feel that there's some issues with the character, but I'm personally waiting to see where that lands a little bit. I wanted to wait a week. It's been over a week. Still hearing some complaints with it, but I'm seeing some. I'm hearing he's doing really good in PvE. PvP might still be a little funky, but Netmarble admitted they had some issues with the Soul Predator dash where they accidentally nerfed something that it didn't mean to. It should still be in game. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. That's all I got. Like I mentioned at the front end of this, we got a Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, click notification bell, subscribe, all that stuff. I did a gold giveaway the other day. If you didn't check out the winners, go check that out, because I'm gonna end up, if I don't get when I go to look at those comments, probably later today or tomorrow, I'm just gonna, if I've only got 4 or 5 people, I'm just gonna give whoever responded on there the codes that I've got. I'm not, because those have a limited time to hand out. So this is, I guess, my video saying, if you haven't responded to that, you have 24 hours to respond if you were a winner. If you haven't responded, then whatever codes I get are going to the people who responded. Even if there's only 2 of them, then I'm going to give each of them 5 or whatever I've got. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you in game. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.